All right, I'm standing here with Pat K from New York, who, well, you have something that you don't like, or you do like, and you want to talk about it. Tell me about it.
I have a lot of things I like, a lot of things I don't like. Here's something I don't like. The criticism of everybody else who's doing something you don't like. Shut up. If you knew what you were talking about, things would be better. Some people don't like this amount of anarchy. Some people don't like this amount of politics. Some people don't like whatever. Here's what I know. Over the last 30 years, especially some of you people, even the libertarian movement, who say, oh, I've been doing this forever. You have, and you've been doing it for 30 years. And are we freer? No. Is there less money being taken away from people? No. So maybe you don't know what you're doing. So maybe you should leave everybody else alone and shut up. I don't know what to do. Maybe they don't know what to do. But obviously, neither do you. Because you have 30 years of absolute and total failure. I don't know. Just think about that.
What do you think people should do?
I don't tell anybody what they should do, and I think that's the whole thing of libertarianism. Yeah, yes, you might think some people, this is silly. This is juvenile. This is, so what? What do you know, especially people in suits, what are you supposed to do? Go beg? You think if you go and put a nice suit on and beg these people for liberty, that's going to work? It ain't worked. It has not worked. I'm not saying the rest of stuff's going to work, but what you're doing is not working. And this is to Tim Condon. If Tim Condon sees this, I laughed at you, Tim, because you have given up the field of battle. You want to fight the state. You can't even fight the people that you are supposed to be with. You think this is too much anarchy because people are selling food without permits or whatever, and you have, oh, I can't take it.
What, did he refuse to come to PorcFest or
yes,
for that reason?
He's not coming to PorcFest because it's too much anarchy, quote, unquote.
Well, no, he's not criticizing the fact that people are peacefully breaking certain laws, is he?
Well, I can't say 100% for sure. All I heard was he said it's too much anarchy for him. He's not coming.
He used to be Mr. PorcFest.
I also write on the Granite Rock column that he writes. He's always criticizing the other FSPers, you know, because and I quote some things. They're bothering the police. They're bothering the police. The police are all right. Maybe not in New Hampshire, but in above the country, the police are shooting, beating, and killing people with impunity, and we're bothering the police. We're fucking bothering them. Well, too damn bad. And I shouldn't say we because I'm not involved, but the people who are involved, they're bothering the police. Well, tough. They'll get over it. I'm sure they'll go home at night and have a nice barbecue, and they don't give a crap, about us. So Tim, I don't know, man. You're a wimp.
All right, I'll see if I can get Tim to rant.
Yeah, no, you should definitely get Tim a response.
We'll rebuttal.
He's not. I guess he's not going to be up here in New Hampshire now, but he'll eventually come back to Grafton.
Actually, I do a pretty good imitation of Tim.
You do?
Let's see. He wears glasses, right? He wears glasses. So.
Oh yeah. He called me Chris for 3 years, by the way. My name's Pat, but he called me Chris.
So Dave, what's with this? What do you think about this? Merle over in Grafton. He's kind of a peace officer. Shouldn't we be kind of treating him well? So Dave, what do you think about that? That's my Tim imitation. Not that I disagree with him necessarily, but I can imitate him. Anyway, that's my...
So Merle, yeah. Let's see. Merle. I don't live in Grafton, and I don't know Merle except from seeing video of him.
Well, he's retired now, I think.
Yeah. But his general thing, or what I seen him, I seen in the thing with the fire that Merle said, well, mostly people are reasonable. Merle, do you think people are reasonable because they think you're the fountain of wisdom and knowledge? No. People are reasonable with you because you bring fines and jail and the death that rides your hip. Not because you're the fountain of knowledge, not because you're reasonable, because they do what you say or they go to jail. And that's what happened at Mike's place. You treated that man no different than a lawn jockey.
Wait, Mike? What were you talking about?
Mike Boschke.
Oh,
he
yeah,
had fire at his place, and they came.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah. They treated him no different. His opinion was totally irrelevant to what they wanted. And what they wanted was compliance because they said so. He wasn't harming anybody. his fire, if it was not on the ground and in a barbecue, would have been fine.
Well, you know, it's funny though. What I liked about Merle in that conversation was that Merle was willing to. He was almost willing to just insult us. You know what I mean? And to me, I actually took that as more of a compliment than anything else. As I saw that, and he just got angry and he just started insulting. Well, not us, but he was insulting Mike and some of the other folks.
No, like I said,
and I actually took that as a compliment.
He said,
because,
I don't even know how to write this tickler out because people I've talked to have been reasonable. Well, that's my thing. World, do you think people are reasonable because you're the fountain of knowledge, your wisdom, you're reasonable? No.
Yeah.
You bring fines and jail and death. That's your argument. Of course people are reasonable to that.
Yeah.
You know, you trespassed on the man's property because you didn't like what he was doing, and you told him what he was going to do. You totally ignored him. He might as well have been a lawn jockey. You totally ignored what he wanted, and you told him what he had to do, and he was endangering nobody.
Well, of course, in fairness to Merle, yeah, maybe he wasn't endangering anybody. Technically, he was burning a fire without a permit that was close to a building, and some people could have perceived that as being a potential risk.
Yes, everybody can perceive anything that they want. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't like what you're doing, so let's pass. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. I'm offended. I don't like what you're doing. Get over it. Yeah. This is what happens, and that's why it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Right, it'll get worse than Merle before it gets better.
Oh, yeah, no, and that's, Merle is probably, close to Andy Taylor, Mayberry as you're going to get today. But even at that, you see what happens.
Yeah. Well, he's done worse things than that, I think. Yeah. That was not his worst moment.
Oh, no.
And I like him, but...
No, I come from New York where they charge across the street, knock you off your bicycle, slam you to the ground, and then say, you assaulted a police officer. What? So,
All right, Pat, I am so glad that you were willing to rant with me because I knew you'd be one of the best.
I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble for this.
Keep your ass covered out there in New York. Get your ass up here. Thanks, Pat.